How's it going, everyone? So I just got, actually I am literally just got this message from someone on YouTube, and I was gonna make a video today about laser engraving. They had asked why I started laser engraving, and they kind of wanted to know about why and how. I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about that and explain like how we started. And I'm actually doing a vlog today, and so you guys won't you won't see this video until later, but you'll notice that I'm wearing the same shirt. So why we started is my mom in 2015 in October, she got diagnosed with lung cancer. She's never smoked. She wasn't a smoker. When she did, I was helping a lot more with their crafts because she owned a craft business. Her and my dad traveled a lot and did crafts. So I was helping a lot there, and I was trying to come up with better ways and faster ways for them to do things. And I came across a laser, but it was kind of expensive and they didn't want to go down that route, so we just did some other things. And she actually talked us into finding a niche and getting into Etsy, and she's trying to tell us to do it and get into it. And you know, I really didn't know at the time what I was even getting into, but I made these metal signs, and they said pray, and it had a ribbon, cancer ribbon hanging off, and believe. The same thing with cancer ribbon on there. What we did is my mom was talking to us and saying, hey, put them on a plaque about like this big and paint it, and then put those metal signs on there. Just keep making them and just take the ribbon cancer sign off and then sell those. So we tried that. It didn't feel right, so we stopped doing that. What we did is we found etching on glass with that cream. So we started etching water bottles and different glass items, and that's how we started our Etsy shop. And because we didn't like doing the signs, we started taking that stuff away, and we put the glass in there, and we kept doing more glass, and it took off for us, and we actually were doing good with it. So then what we did is we stumbled across eBay laser, and when we stumbled across the eBay laser, we decided to buy it and go on a whim, and it was $1,500 and some dollars, and that was shipping and everything, and they sent it to us. And they said it was a 60 watt. At all the tests I did, it ended up being a 30 watt, but it labeled on it all over 60 watt. But anyways, we had gotten that laser, and that had started with us. That was our true kickoff for our business. And when we got that, boy, was that a toy. That was fun. We came out with different water bottles, designs, a little bit of personalization, but it wasn't that big back then. And then we also came out with blocks, baby blocks, and other things. And it was November 2015 we started the signs, and then in January 2016 we had water bottles up already. Okay, and by February of 2016, that's when we got our first laser. And so when we got our first laser, we didn't know what we were doing. It was all self-taught. And so we came out with more products, and the way I looked at it and my wife looked at it is, if we just build a foundation, basically go straight across the bottom and just get a bunch of stuff, and your foundation, when you start building up, so what you do is you start changing, and you add a font here or a font there, or do this, and we kept doing that. Well, it was going out of control almost, and it was going good for us. So then what we did is we honed in more, and we just concentrate on one or two things and let that thing go up, because we had enough stuff going across the bottom and selling good. So we started that way, and then it was about the end of April, just coming into May, we got an epilogue laser, and boy, did that change everything. We could do way more with the epilogue laser than we could with the eBay laser. And as far as like cutting and engraving and the accuracy and the quality, it was just outrageous. It was insane difference. So when we got that, we were like, okay, we need to just double down and go. And so we did. And I started learning more about the lasers, trying to figure out, because I wanted to make sure that we stayed on top of maintenance on it, because I didn't want it to break down. And we did. we came up with more product, and we just kept it going. You just got to keep that ball going. In hindsight, like, we didn't know where it was gonna go. It'd be cool, you know, we talked about, it'd be cool if we just did this for a living and didn't have to, you know, drive to work every day. And if you'd have told me in 2016 that by 2020 I'd be on my own for 2 years already, I'd just laugh in your face. There's no way, you know? It's crazy how fast everything goes. But when you put your mind to something, you can do anything, really. I mean, you really can. If you want to and you love what you're doing, you can do it. You just have to want to do it. You have to love doing it. And if you don't, you're not going to succeed at it. So, and I think that's where it came with us, because when my wife quit her job to stay home with our kids, I almost said her kids. Some days I think that. When we got her to stay home with our kids, it was the coolest thing. And she looked back, and her dream was school teaching. You know, it was being a teacher. And when she stayed home, she didn't realize how much she loved that part of it, and that was her ultimate dream. Dreams change, and what you think your dreams back, you know, before you have kids or even during you have kids, everything starts to change. And when she quit her job to stay at home with our kids, it really opened my eyes on how special that was. And then I started getting the taste of, like, hey, I think I want to do that. So it pushed us a lot harder, because then I wanted to be able to stay at home with the kids and make this all work with her. It was almost like a jealousy, because she got to spend all the special precious time with our little ones, and I felt like I didn't get to see them at all, because I would come home from work and it would be 4:45, we would eat supper, and I'd be down working by 5:45 already, and I'd be working until, a lot of time during the Christmas times, man, there was times where I'd be working until 2 in the morning. There was a couple times 3, but 2 in the morning, go upstairs, go to bed, and then wake up by 6:30 and go right back to work, or wake up by 6. And it was tough. But you know what? Looking back, would I do it again? Yep, definitely. It's all worth it. You know, until you get to that point, you just don't understand. Like, I've heard it a million times. Someone say, oh, you work your butt off and you're going to enjoy it way more and it's going to be just worth it. You got to sacrifice. And I was like, I don't want to sacrifice. I just want to get to there now. And you know what? It doesn't work that way. Sacrificing what you can in the beginning to build what you want to build is huge. And I recommend no one just quit your job and buy the equipment and start, because you're not going to do good, okay? Because you, like how I did it, is slow increments. By doing that, you're going to learn when the lasers break how to fix it, what to do. And then same with like all the slow times. You don't know when it's going to be busy. You don't know when it's going to be slow. You got to feel like how you're going with your business. Are you making puzzles? Are you making birdhouses? You know, when are this stuff selling? What are you doing? Are you going to get in personalizing? Well, if you're going to get in personalizing, you better have 2 lasers, because what are you going to do when one breaks down? Think about it. There's a lot that goes into all this. So it's not just, you know, get rich quick or quit my job. You know, find what you like to do and makes you happy and do it, and go into it slow. Just dip your feet in and get your feet wet and go at it. And then if it's truly what you want to do, push through it and do it, and you got it. It's simple as that. Once I quit, I'm not gonna lie, that whole summer I didn't want to do a thing. Like, I seriously didn't. I didn't want to do a thing. I wanted to hang out with my kids and do nothing else and just shut everything else off in the world, because I didn't care. I was burnt out, I was tired, and it was rough. And I look back, and I'm still, to this day, it was 100% worth it. And I'm glad we did it. I mean, perfect example. Look at this. Can I have a hug? I love my job. Yeah. So I hope this encourages some of you, and hope this answers some questions for some of the other people. If you like the content, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below. Glad you got to see me again. Bye.